Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Debbie. Today I have for you this cranberry smoky eye right here and this nice dark bold cranberry lip. I absolutely love looks like this for the holidays. I love cranberries for the holiday time. And if you guys have any parties coming up, I definitely recommend this look right here. If you guys want to see how I came up with it, then keep on watching. Alright, so as you can see, I already have my brows filled in and I cleaned them up with concealer. Now I'm going to move in with some eyeshadow primer, and today I'm actually going to go in with this one from MAC. This is my soft ochre paint pot. I haven't used this in so long, and honestly, like, I don't know why I stopped using it, but I did love it, and I'm assuming I'm still going to love it. So I'm just actually going to apply that all over the lid for my base, because I feel like I'm gonna use, I don't even know what I want to use. I feel like I want to use blues, or I want to create like a nice cranberry smoky eye. So I'm a little undecisive for the moment, but once I open up the palette and see what beautiful shades are in there, I will come down to a decision. Alright, so now that I'm done with that, I'm going to move into the shadow, and this palette is the Artistry palette. This is from Morphe, and you guys, I've shown you guys this in one of my other videos. So I don't know if I want to do like a cranberry look, like a smoky cranberry look, or like a blue look. So I'm kind of like on the fence right now of what I want to do. So we're just going to start off with the transition shade, I guess, for right now. And with that, I'm going to grab my, what is this, my tapered blending brush from Sigma. This is my E40. Make sure it doesn't have anything on there. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to grab this shade right here just to set the lid. This one is called Go Nude. So I'm just going to grab that shade here and just apply that all over the lid. If you guys have this palette, try following along and see if my directions are actually as easy as I'm going to try to make it look. And let me know down below, because if you guys are able to recreate the looks that I'm doing, I'm actually going to feel really happy. Moving on, so I'm going to grab this shade right here. This shade is called Swoon. As you can see, I put the the names of the shades on here with a piece of tape, just so it's easier for me to let you guys know what shades I'm going in with. So now, like I said, I'm gonna go in with this one called Swoon. Oh no, wait, this is called Scandal. Sorry, my mistake. This is Scandal. So with that, I'm going to apply that onto the crease with the same brush, and we're gonna use that as a transition shade. Alright, so I decided that I'm going to add tape to the look because I'm going to create a smoky eye. So I want to make sure that I have a nice clean line, and yeah, and this is definitely going to help me achieve a nice clean look. So I will be right back. I'm just going to apply tape. Alright, I know I look a tad bit crazy, but I promise you this is going to help the look a lot. And I'm going to go in with this shade right here from the palette. This is called In the Zone. And I'm just grabbing my, which brush is this? This is part of my Anastasia Beverly Hills palette. And I'm just gonna grab that shade and just apply it right here onto the outer V. And just really apply the shade right in this area right here. And just concentrate it right here, because we wanna make sure that this part right here of the eye is nicely smoked out. So at the same time that I'm applying this shade right here, so it kind of looks like a triangle, I'm also pushing it into the crease like that, well, into the socket, just like that. I'm going to leave that alone. Now I'm just going to grab a little bit more and go onto the other side just like that. What I do is I take the brush and I pretty much like start stippling it like that, placing the shadow where I want it, and then I start blending it into the socket just like that. And if you need a little more, because obviously this side is a little bit darker, I applied more shadow on that area so it's concentrated right there. We're gonna apply a little bit more so it matches the other eye. And I didn't take it into far into the lid, as you can see, or into the socket, just like that. All right, so now I'm actually gonna switch. I'm gonna grab this shade right here from the palette. This shade is called Addicted, and it's like a brownie mauve, not mauve, but it's like a deep, like a brownie purple, kind of cranberry-ish. So I'm gonna grab that shade, and I'm grabbing it with the same brush, and I'm applying it right over top of that shade and just darkening that up. And at the same time, I'm blending. That's the good thing about this brush right here. If you have it, definitely recommend you using it for this look right here. It's a really good brush. So that's what we have so far. I really like the way it's looking. I'm gonna add a little bit of the black shade right here. This is called Little Black Book, and I'm gonna grab it with the same brush. I'm trying not to switch to that many brushes, so I'm really applying this close to the tape right here. So it's going to look like a liner, but at the same time, I'm gonna apply it little by little, concentrating it right there, but also bringing it in, but tapping it like this, or stippling, whatever you want to call this. So slowly applying that right there. And if you apply too much, that's okay. What we'll do is clean off a little bit of the brush. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab a clean napkin, paper towel, tissue, whatever you have nearby. And now that the brush is clean, we're just gonna blend whatever's there. Just like that. Okay, so now I'm gonna go onto the other side and do the same thing. So I'm starting off very closely to the tape, just like that. So it's gonna look like a little bit of a liner. And I'm gonna grab a little bit more. You see that? I hope you guys can see that. And then I'm going to bring it in a little bit, start stippling it onto the corner right here. Just like that. And then I'm gonna clean the brush onto the napkin again, just to remove any of the extra shadow, and then just use that brush to blend. I'm gonna go back in with that shade Swoon, and I'm grabbing that Sigma tapered blending brush, and I'm just going to blend right here. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in with this shade right here. This one is called Wild Thing. And I'm grabbing the same blending brush, and I'm just going to apply this right on top of that shade, right, all those shades right here. And then start blending it towards the middle like this. Be careful when you're applying this shade. You don't want to go over onto the transition area. You want to keep this in the socket area. So make sure you push in just like this. Not literally like stab yourself, but like stick the brush into the socket just like that. So I feel like it's like a nice gradient from dark, smoky, slowly getting into like that cranberry shade. You know what I mean? So now I'm gonna go in with this shade right here. This shade is called Tryst. And again, I'm gonna grab that same blending brush that I've been using the whole time, you guys. So far I've used 2 different brushes for the shadow. And I'm slowly going in to the inner corner, slowly. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to grab this shade up here. This one is called Seduced. And I'm going to grab this brush right here. This is a BH Cosmetics brush. It's part of a kit, and this is in the number 8. And I'm going to grab that shade, and I'm going to apply that on top of the transition shade, but very lightly, because I don't want it too dark. I'm also going to go back in with that blending brush from Sigma, and I'm just going to blend that out super lightly. Keep it in the same area and just in windshield wiper motions. Really lightly, you guys. No heavy hand, super light hand. Okay. Look how beautiful that looks. Super easy. All right, so what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna cut the crease. So I'm gonna grab my flat shader brush like this, and I'm just going to start cutting it. I feel like that's as far as I want to go, because I also want you to be able to see all the work that we put in, and I don't think it would be right for me to cover all that after I just tried to do all that. So I'm going to cut this other side as well. Alright, so the shade I'm going to grab for the lid is this one right here. This one is called Tell Me More. And I'm just going to grab a flat shader brush. This is from BH Cosmetics. This is also part of another kit. And I'm just going to apply that right on top of that concealer. Alright, so now that I'm done applying that shade, I really like how it looks. I love the gradient from dark, really dark and smoky to a nice, like, slowly transitioning into this nice cranberry shade right here. It just looks so nice. You know what I mean? Do you see that? And it was super easy. It was not hard. But what I want to do is I want to add a little bit of this shade right here. It's called Knockout. And I'm going to add that with this shader, this Sigma shader inner corner brush. This is the number E46. And I feel like it's going to bring more light into the eyes. So it's just gonna brighten up everything and just pop it, you know? Oh my God, this shade is amazing. This shade right here, wow. This is gorgeous. I don't think I've used this shade yet. Doesn't look like it because I'm totally like shocked on how beautiful it is. Wow. This shade would be really nice all over the lid for the holidays. Super gorgeous. Wow. You don't have to put like a shade like this on the inner corner. You could just leave it as is, but I definitely feel like it just bumps up the look a lot, you know? It just doesn't make it look so plain. I mean, it's not even plain, but it just gives it a little extra something, you know? And it's just super gorgeous. Oh my God, this shade. Ooh, and nice on the brow bone, I'm sure too. Ooh, look at that. Alright, so I feel like I'm pretty much done right now. I can probably apply lashes, which is something that I'll probably do right now. So what I'm gonna do is apply the lashes and be right back. Alright guys, so I'm back. As you can see, I've removed the tape, I cleaned up a little bit, and I applied some lashes. These lashes are actually new. These are from our Dell Professional 3D Faux Mink Multi-Dimensional Lightweight Invisiband Lashes. These are so good, you guys. Nice and full and just perfect for this glam look. These are the number 854 lashes. Absolutely love them. I'm assuming these are new because they were in the new section at CVS. So definitely check your local CVS for these lashes if you guys are interested. But I really like them so far because they feel very lightweight. They were easy to apply, and yeah, that is my whole thought on those lashes. So moving on to face primer, I'm gonna move in with this one right here. This is the Laura Mercier foundation primer, and this is the hydrating one. I haven't used this in a while, but I really do love it. I feel like it helps my skin with moisture because I have dry patches, especially right now, this right here. I did a mask and I feel like it dried out those areas where I had like a little bit of breakouts coming in, so it dried them out. And now I just need extra hydration on those areas, or else my foundation is going to cling to those dry patches. So I gotta make sure that I moisturize really, really good, you know? I'm gonna apply some on my forehead. Let me put this down real quick. So yeah, I apply it on my forehead. Move that around the nose, and right back at these areas right here where I have been super duper dry. Of course, I'm gonna go in with the second primer. You guys know me. I'm gonna go in with the Benefit Professional, and that is for my pores area. I can't live without this. I always need something for my pores. You guys already know that. Do you guys always use something for your pores? If so, what do you guys use? Anything from the drugstore, I would love to know. But my favorite is the Benefit Professional. Like, it works so well, and I've used it for so long, so I honestly can't see myself not using it. And I use this the littlest bit, so it's not like it runs out for me. You know what I mean? So always gotta make sure that I get a pore minimizing primer. Alright, so now that I'm done applying primer, I'm gonna go in with foundation. I'm gonna use this CoverGirl True Blend. But with this foundation, I am going to add a couple of the L'Oreal Lumi Glow Amore Glow Boosting Drops, and this is in the shade Golden Hour. It's the number 508. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to apply some on the back of my hand, just like this. So I applied 3 pumps. Honestly, I feel like that's way too much, but that's okay. I'm also going to grab this right here. Also make sure you shake it, because you should. So always make sure to shake it. Everything gets mixed around in there. What's nice about this, it has a little dropper. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to add 2 drops to the foundation, which I already did. And what I'm gonna do is I'm going to mix it with my finger. I do have a spatula and, you know, a little mixing plate, but I'm not using it because it's just, I don't know where it is at the second. So I'm just going to apply this all over my face, just like that. I'm gonna start blending it out. And now I'm gonna go in with my damp sponge from Real Techniques and just blend out everything. And yes, this shade is actually a little bit dark for me right now, but we will make it work. I'm going to use concealer and all that good stuff to balance it off. But always make sure, like, if your foundation is too dark, or even too light. Just make sure you blend it into the ears over here, the neck, blend it nicely all the way down right here, just so you don't look all sorts of crazy. You know, you want to make sure everything looks nicely blended. Alright, so moving on to concealer, I'm going to go in with this one from Makeup Revolution, and this is the Conceal and Define, and this is in the shade C8, and I'm just going to apply that right here as usual. And I'm going to go in with my damp sponge again and just blend out the concealer. Alright guys, so to cream contour, I am going to go in with this one from Maybelline. This is the Fit Me foundation, and I have this in the shade Coconut. And I'm just going to contour my regular areas. To blend out my cream contour, I'm going to go in with my favorite brush, and this is my contour brush from Real Techniques. I absolutely love this brush. Alright, so now that I'm done blending it out with the brush, I like to go back in with a my Real Techniques sponge and just press it in and just go over everything, just so it looks real flawless, you know? Make sure, just in case, you know, you missed a spot, you want to make sure everything looks really good. Not too harsh, but just right. Alright, so to set my under eye, I like to go in with my RCMA powder. I keep it in this little container right here, and I'm going to grab my Real Techniques setting brush, and I'm just going to apply that underneath the eye, on the sides of the nose, my smile lines, a little bit on the chin. I also like to go in the middle of my forehead and my forehead. In between my brows, I mean, and my forehead. Alright, so now I'm going to go in and set my cream contour, and I'm going to go in with this one right here. This is my favorite bronzer. This is the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil in the shade Medium Deep. Love how it still smells like chocolate. And I'm just going to grab my BH Cosmetics brush, and this is the number 2. It's just a nice big fluffy brush. Alright, so we're going to jump right back into the eyes really quick. I'm going to finish that off. I'm going to grab a brush like this. This is a pencil brush from Sigma, and I'm gonna grab this shade first. What shade is this? This is called Vixen, and I'm just going to apply that on the lower lash line. I'm also gonna go in with this shade right here. This is called Seduced. I'm actually going to switch brushes. I'm going to grab this Morphe M321 brush, and I'm going to grab that shade Seduced. And yes, I like to bring it farther down, just like this. I just love how the bottom just looks really smoky. You know what I mean? But I'm also gonna grab a little bit of this one right here. This shade is called Addicted, but with that one, I'm going to grab this brush right here. This is a Sigma Flat Definer brush, and this is the number E15. I'm gonna grab that shade, and I'm just going to apply that right there on that lower lash line, just to define the outer part of the eye. Alright, so now I'm going to go in with some mascara, and this is the L'Oreal Telescopic. I'm just going to apply that on the lower lashes. Alright guys, so as you can see, we can't end the perfect makeup look without adding mascara onto the bridge of the nose. You guys see this, right? Like, does this happen to you guys? Because this always happens to me, and it's so annoying. But if you guys don't know, what you do is just leave it alone, don't touch it, continue on doing your makeup, and let it dry, because then you can just flick it off. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna continue. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to move in with highlight. Guys, don't mind the mascara on my nose. I promise you I'm going to remove it. So we're going to go in with this one, and this is in the shade I'm So Lit from Wet n Wild. I absolutely love these highlights, you guys. They're super gorgeous. So this one is more of a champagne shade, and I'm going to grab my BH Cosmetics number 5 brush. I have been loving this brush, and I'm just going to apply that. Oh my god. Oh, it's so much. Oh my god, it's so much. Ah. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my brush, my brush that I applied bronzer with. I'm just going to blend, just tap it out so it doesn't look so, you know, just like I applied it over top. We want to make that look nicely like if it's coming directly from the skin, within. That's what I want to say. So look at that highlight, you guys. I'm going to go right back in with a little bit more, and I'm going to blend it out. Alright, so you guys see, I removed it. So now I'm going to apply a little bit of this highlight on the tip of my nose, and I'm going to grab the big brush and just blend it out. I love this brush. Alright, apply some on my Cupid's bow. Alright guys, so now moving on to lips. I am not going nude today. I am going to go dark and bold. So for lip liner, I'm going in with this one from Jordana. This is the Easy Liner for Lips in Plush Plum. And for lipstick, I am going to go in with this one from MAC. This is a cream sheen lipstick, and this is in the shade Hang Up. I'm adding just a little bit of highlight onto the lip. Alright, so now to set all the work that we did, I'm going to go in with this one right here. This is the Rimmel Stay Matte Setting Spray. Alright guys, so this is the final look right here. I'm absolutely loving this cranberry smoky eye and the dark bold lip. I am all for a nice red and dark bold cranberry lip during the holidays. Absolutely love it. And I actually have a Christmas party coming up very, very soon, in like 2 weeks, I think, from today. And I might recreate this look because I am wearing a black dress, and I feel like a nice top of cranberry like this would look amazing. Also, let me know down below if you were able to follow along with this makeup look. I tried to make it as easy as possible. So yeah, also give me a big thumbs up if you enjoyed this look. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you haven't yet. And I will see you guys on the next one. Bye.